without a doubt. But what do you think about Overwatch? Do you think it has a chance to take some of Overwatch's market, which to begin with is already dying?
Yeah, Overwatch is already going down a pit. As a person who like played on day one, I loved Overwatch. It's just as time progressed, I'd say the first year of Overwatch game was great. As time progressed after that, that game started dying.
Hmm.
And they're having Overwatch 2 release, but what did Jeff Kaplan say? He said, "Oh, we're having Overwatch 2. We don't know when it's released. Bye." And then we don't see him for the next 6 months.
Pretty much, yeah.
And then when we see him again for another 6 months, he's probably not even going to say anything about a release date. So I feel like that, yeah, Valorant will definitely take over Overwatch. And if Valorant's free, yeah, Overwatch players are definitely streaming right to it.
Oh yeah, like if that's like a big if factor because if it's free to play, which personally we don't know for sure. Like you mentioned before, we don't know for sure if it's free or not. But a lot of the top games, a lot of the developers are realizing that okay, well we can afford for the game to be free so long as enough people play it, it has a big enough esports and plenty of in-game cosmetics. If you've got that trifecta, the game can be free and still make plenty of money. If you got any problems with that, go ahead and ask Fortnite. Case closed. Like if Valorant's free, like even if it has like a $15 price tag or something ridiculously cheap, which is a weird number, but anyway, like even if it was like a $5 price tag, that might like stop players. Even not like of course not adults. Like I'll drop $5 to play that game if it came out on console. That's fine. But like for kids who literally don't have a debit card to go ahead with to get the game, that's like stopping a good chunk of their player base. So if it's free, it's going to be huge. In my opinion, if it's free, it's going to be huge. If it has any kind of price tag, it's gonna not nearly be as big as what we expect it to be. Because like if you're just going off hype right now, I would say it's near Fortnite levels, honestly.
Yeah, I agree. So like, even with the price tag, it's not going to deter people. I know that. One thing I know for certain: Riot Games made League of Legends. That game is 1,000% going to be in the competitive scene. Like that's not going to happen. Like that will
absolutely.
Happen. So I will see like everyone will see a competitive scene to that, just as it would for League of Legends. And price tag or not, we'll still see that. And in-game cosmetics, people crave that as much as people like keep deterring that, like loot boxes and shit, like from Overwatch and whatnot. People will still buy them.
Loot boxes, battle passes, it don't matter. Just they'll buy it. I hate it. I'll buy it. Fuck.
Welcome to the club.
Yeah.
Not the only one.
Now, what I hope to get from this new Valorant esports scene is I'm really hoping it has the traditional esports where every org has a chance at least to like build their team from the bottom and make their way up, whereas not the city-based shit that they have for Overwatch esports and Call of Duty esports and CS:GO, yeah. I was thinking the name, but yeah. So those like I don't want city-based esports because the whole point of internet, like the internet was supposed to be like you don't have to be from a certain place to root for a certain thing. You can be from fucking anywhere and root for anything, and there was the whole point like anonymity. Where you are doesn't matter; it's what you do. Whereas the city-based shit, it's like trying to make it more like regular sports, and that's for my opinion. That's why most regular sports are dying because they're not trying to promote like lock. This is supposed to be because previous to this we were supposed to be an NBA video, but right. Like this, if you're not, if you go to, I'm a Los Angeles Lakers fan. But if you go to New York and you're seen wearing this jersey, people like some fucking boomer will come at you and be like, "Yo, what the fuck you doing? That's not your heritage. That's not your hometown rep." But and that like that old mindset is so fucking boomer like, and I didn't want to see it in esports, especially not esports for I like. You can put esports in League of Legends. I don't give a shit. Put cities, put walls. I don't give a fuck. But not esports I like. And Valorant. For as much as I do think that it's a little bit overhyped and everything, if you watch the gameplay, it is pretty enjoyable. Like, you gotta give it that, at the very least. So that's what I'm hoping from this new esports scene, is that they don't do city-based. I want them to do traditional esports teams, like where you can start from the bottom, work your way up, whereas these city-based teams, where you need a city's approval, you need the game's devs' approval, you need a massive amount of funding. It's just a huge pain in the ass. Like, you can't get in the game unless you suck off a fucking esports team. An existing esports team.
And the devs on top of that, too.
And the devs. Especially the devs. Oh my god. We don't talk about game devs. We don't talk about game devs.
We don't talk about game devs.
Non-showering motherfuckers. Anyway.